almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I was up about 4:25, 4:23, 4:22, whatever, and fed the cats, fed the dogs, walked the dogs, and now it's closer to 5-ish. I would almost get a Starbucks. It's very chilly. I'm okay with, I like chilly weather a little better, but most of the Starbucks open at 5:30, and the ones that open at 5, there's one near my apartment that opens at 5, but it feels a little bit like a setup. They used to open at 4:30 for like quite a few months, and that's if there were orchestrated shows and people who have been trained, or trained is a strong word. It's almost like people learn how to do something, and someone said, oh, whoever opens first gets the party started. And Starbucks has been known for many years as being a location where people learn to orchestrate around other people. Customers, maybe even employees, which is, it's sort of like a Dunkin' Donuts, because they're first on the scene, open. And the name in and of itself has become bastardized, if you will. Even though it's Starbucks, there's two references. One is Moby Dick, and I think there's another Starbucks from like one of those Star Wars-y movies. I don't know if it's Star Wars or Galactica or but anyway, I think it's actually named after Moby Dick, hence the mermaid logo, which has in the past been seen as a full mermaid, and now is seen as more just the siren, the mermaid head or siren, and the crown atop her head, and her little mitts or paws or whatever a mermaid's hands are called are pointing at the crown. So I see someone walking a dog way up there at the next block. So I just passed 21st-ish. So they're up on 20th. We're headed east. It's really pretty dark in this neck of the woods at this hour. Aside from a few lights. It's Mother's Day weekend, so a client who I do overnights for is away. I'm guessing Mother's Day is part of that reason. She's a mom and a grandmom, and if I had to guess, they were visiting people in LA, like their grandkids in LA. Angeles area. I don't know what section, but they weren't affected by the Palisades Malibu situation. So in a different neck of the woods out there, it seems. Right? She and her husband have 2 sons, right? So one is still here in Philadelphia, or I don't know, South Philly, what have you. I think he's a realtor. I'm not certain. It's a favorite place to go. Food and Friends, little convenience food market there. Always smells really good. There are certain locations, that have a really good pantry smell aroma. That's one of them, and they have an aroma that is reminiscent of someone from my childhood. or college years. I am trying to place it because it's like, if I had a kitchen, or like a house, I would want my kitchen to have that type of aroma. So it's back in there by the cereals and the puffed rice. It's in that category somewhere in wheats and grains. The same with Mom's Organic Market, which is way over on 11th and Ludlow, which is part of a interesting complex that can look a little bit unusual in the city, but I pass it all the time. It's where the lights are, the New York City style lights. And they too have what I call a rich person's kitchen aroma. It's not the same as Food and Friends, but another one. Oh, are these the Bernices from Nancy or whatever? I forget her name. Anyway, so I used to live on 19th Street, which, is right up here at this intersection. And there's a woman who owns 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs at all times. If one passes away, then I guess she's quick to get a new one. And I would pass her all the time, and I'm pretty certain those are her dogs. I don't know if it's like a son or a house sitter, a dog sitter who's watching the Bernese Mountain Dog. But for years would see her out here. She went through a major weight loss time period. So she reminded me of Hardball with Chris Matthews. I'm trying to decide which way to go. Okay, so we have the craft fair up here at the Rittenhouse Square. It's May 9 through 11. It probably has an emergency theme. They had a red banner. So everything is, emergency 911. Metropolitan